what we'll do is I'll put this person on defense, and they'll dribble right at me. So they dribble at me, dribble at me, dribble at me, all the way here, then they go push back. So now they push back, they come back up. So they can take the ball like that. They can go in, push back, and then we just keep going. Okay, we go all the way back, and then we come all the way up. All right, and then just working that way. When they push back, you get used to protecting the ball, keeping the ball away. So we do that a lot to try to help protect that. But I got that from Coach Walker, making sure that they know how to push back every time.
Because most kids, when they dribble down the floor and the first time they see a defender, what's the first thing they do? You pick the ball up. They pick the ball up. And 99% of the time it happens right in the corner. They put the ball on the floor, they dribble, they pick it up. Or like you was talking about trapping, they get to going, and about time they get to half court, they see that trap coming, and what do? Stop. So if you teach them how to push back, that's the biggest thing, is push back. Now I can see, now I can go by, because not most of the time when you push back, what's the defender doing? They're coming at you. Now I can make a move and go by that player.
And also changing speeds and changing directions. You know, especially in youth sports, they want to go 100 miles an hour. You know what I mean? And they out of control. But if they can learn to change speeds and change directions, they always think, well, this kid is faster than me. You know, it doesn't matter. Once you change your speeds and change your directions, now you're getting the defenders off balance, and you have an advantage as a ball handler. And I know, like us, we all kind of got an old school mentality, but kids are different now. So you can't just come out of your practice and just do all this stuff we're saying. And they got to shoot the basketball, you know, because that's what the game is now. You know what I mean? And they're not as competitive as it used to be. You know, you've had some competitive kids, but just overall kids aren't as competitive as they used to be. So we try to put a number on everything in our practices. You know, we got a drill called 180 shooting that we do at the beginning of practice. And you're going to make 180 shots. And all they do, Coach Barry stand in front of the goal right here, Coach Heath, right here, and right here. We start with layups. All right, everybody, each line will have a ball. And we, all right, and we start with layups right here. We'll make 20, we'll rotate to the right. All right? And everybody's counting. Now you're getting talking.
So each person got a ball, or just one ball?
Each.
Everybody has a ball, and then you're shooting. Now you make another 20 as a group, and then you rotate to the right, and then you make another 20. All right, now you do that, you step back, 15-foot range, and now you're shooting jump shots. You know, you shoot it, you follow your shot, you stay in the same line, and you got to make 20. And then you rotate to the right, make 20, rotate to the right. And you might not shoot threes, you know, in youth sports if you don't want to. You got to know your kids. Then we step back and we shoot threes, and you'll make 180 shots. High school, we make ours in about 7 minutes and 30 seconds. But I got a team that can really shoot the basketball. When I coached in Tahlequah, our number was like 9-10 minutes. You know, I got the Sapulpa kids that shot a little bit better. They worked their way, and we always
start each 20, 9 to 10 minutes each 20 shots. Or you talking about
overall 10 minutes to make 180 shots. You know, my high school team now is down to 7 minutes and 30 seconds. I think last year, you know, the quickest we made it was like 6:45. You know, but if they start making that number consistently, we'll drop it. You know what I mean? And just make it competitive. We got another one called Eastern Michigan shooting, where it's almost kind of like 3-man weave. Y'all come out here real quick. Right here. You know what, it was 2 minutes? 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
And you gotta make, well, we started off have to make 40. The number was 40, now we're up to 50. And all we do is pass it here, just skips it over to Coach Barry on the wing. Us two gotta go rebound. Alright, now we tell him he's shooting the three, so it's gonna be a long rebound. So what do those keepers do? They run underneath here. And the ball goes, bounces. Well, if he makes that, it's 3 points. Alright? If he misses it, alright, and it bounces off the rim, and I jump in the air and tip it in, that's 2 points. If he misses it, and I come down and go up and make it, that's 1 point. If it comes off that rim and hits the ground, every time it bounces, that's -1. This is a drill I got from Arkansas Razorbacks women's coach. Okay, but now you're getting passing, you're getting shooting, when you catch the ball, you get the ball in the air from the air, step into a shot, and you get rebounding. Okay, and you get laid. Okay, and you get the competition. So you gotta make 50 in 2 minutes. If you don't make it, rerun. Okay, that's just, you know, you get a lot of stuff in one drill, and our guys, they love that drill. You know, they try to get as many as they can. They're making shots. you're going, you get a lot of stuff in one drill.
I got one or two players. They can play, but when they get the ball, they'll just panic and move so fast. They'll play rushed instead of fast. That's what I'm pretty much getting at. How can I slow that down? Because she'll have a wide open, she'll turn around, have a good shot, but she'll do it so fast and go over the backboard or whatnot. But when she do it and take her time, she'll rim it off glass and go in. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we
And I tell them
last week. So,
what?
yeah.
So, yeah, I tell them the same thing. Don't rush it. You move fast, but don't rush. You know, the same thing I would say. But would you say that playing more is how you fix that pretty much? And that was one of my questions was how important
What
is
about practice? I should doing that in practice too.
Yeah.
But you get used to your players in practice, so they might play a little looser in practice.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna panic in practice.
I think it's like I said, you gotta talk to them. You gotta keep telling them to calm down. It's like some of them you can tell them once or twice and it's done. Some of them you tell them 100 times before they finally get it. But it's just harping on it now. One of the things that we started, I got it from OU, is we started giving burpees out, you know, for everything. So we did that. We used to do, I think they did the treadmill for some things, Calipari, and then some other things. So what we did, all that is now in practice, when they do what you tell them not to do 100 times, as soon as they do it, hey, do a burpee. And so now they do a burpee, or they do 3 push-ups, or whatever it is that you got to do, make it real quick, boom, boom. That way, now it's conscious, like, man, I ain't ready to do this. I ain't ready to just rush it because I know it's a consequence to it. So now it'll help them kind of think about it before they do it. So I got a couple of them that right now, as soon as they get ready to do something, you know, they just changed it, but as soon as they do it, bam, they automatically burp before somebody can even tell them to do it. And I got that from Sherry Cole when I just went down there and watched them last
One thing you might can do too is film a game, because a lot of youth games don't get filmed. You know what I mean? And because sometimes you tell them, and you constantly tell them, they got to see it. And maybe you film a game and you show them, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And then they see themselves doing that. Okay.
Is she dribbling?
Nah, she dribble up. They all dribble all right. Just like I kicked that dribbling like their second year, but I knew when we catch them play the ball, they couldn't double dribble. So we was practicing. Anybody double dribble, everybody got to get down, give me 10, and we do one suicide. So that eventually cut all that double dribbling out for me.
We film in practice. We film every practice we does. Then we can go back and sit down and watch it and break it down to you. We practice every day. We film our different practices.
And that's the thing, like they said, it's a CB generation. It ain't that new. That's because I told you so now.
I got my son in 6th grade, and I beat him right there. And I'm a high school basketball. You see everything your own kid gonna do. Not just I see everything. So I'm sitting there telling him, hey, this is what I'm talking about. You didn't do this, you did. But I did. Yeah. And then I pull out that film.
Right.
Like now you can't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like they see it. You know, so you telling them, they doing it, and they see it.
A little bit, we all are talking about it, like defense, you know, certain things defensively, you know, man-to-man, shell defense. I know that's a big thing in youth basketball, is just teaching kids how to jump to the basketball. We ain't talking about get through a screen, jump to the ball. You know, they talked about it earlier, you know, none of them really like zone. I don't care for zone myself, but I'm the matchup zone man. But in practice, you know, I coach little kids, and even AAU, we don't even run it in practice. We out here, we do shell defense, and then in the game, hey, 2-3 matchup, pick up 4, you know. But even with my little team over here, they all know, all my kids know how to jump to the basketball. I'll tell, if the ball's up here, where you supposed to be at? The middle. Do they get there all the time? No, but that's a thing that I think all youth kids need to know how to do, is jump to the basketball. And a lot of coaches, youth coaches, don't know how to teach that.
I want to play. I don't have enough to play, man. I got 5 girls, 6 girls, but they all got heart. They all play, so I play them. But at man, it's like I have to play zone for the most part, so they can get a little bit of rest. But
Well, I'm gonna disagree with you on that.
Okay.
Because you don't gotta play full court, man. You can get right back. You can play half court, man, and it's pretty much the same thing. You know what I mean? Like if you jump into the ball in a half-court man and you're not out pressured. Now I see something like if you're out pressured and you playing full court, if you're out full deny and you getting after it, you know what I mean? And that's gonna be hard with 5
But
girls.
what if you have one girl I have a big girl.
Uh-huh.
She nice in the paint, but she's slow. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I feel like it might hurt me too. That's why I'm scared to do that, man.
Yeah.
She might get beat, and my other girls ain't really good on help quite yet.
Yeah.
But I haven't worked on it quite yet. Not a lot.
Yeah.
Because of that reason, we only have 2 practices.
Then,
Yeah.
if you don't watch what's Virginia, they started that pack line. Basically, it's still man to man, but they don't pick up to the 3-point line. And they keep, and everything is keeping in front. So if somebody's on the ball, that means that person that they right there in that help, they right there in that help. So it don't matter if you big enough or you slow enough or whatever, because it's gonna be help every single word. So if you do get beat, they coming over and helping, and then if they kick it, they recover. This person helps that person, kind of deal. So
it's more like a boxing. This is like a
so what it looked like.
kind of like a boxing one or something.
They don't deny. This defense is designed to say, we're not going to let the ball get in here, and we're going to make sure that every shot is going to be contested. And so that means I'm on the ball, okay, and you can't have this person pressure because it's going to be somebody right there, and if somebody on that other side, it's going to be somebody right in this gap as well. So every single time, so now the coach gets the problem right here, he beats me, this coach is going to go ahead and he has up all the way over the board right there. Okay, if he makes that kick, coach closes out, I got to get to the basketball down, to the ball, I'm in the help, and the same thing down here. So if a post player down here, as that ball got there, when the ball got here, boom, we right here. That way the post player comes, we here, they rotate out, and everybody rotate down like that. So it keeps the ball in front of you, kind of deal like that, and it's not way out there, and everybody's still backed up, and you got to get to the ball every single time like that. So you can still go man to man. And when you look at it, you're like, man, they in the zone. But they not in the zone because if he cuts through, but if he cuts through, I'm going through with him and I'm gonna keep him on top of my feet. One of the things that I know we got trouble with my younger one, my freshmen, they having trouble with seeing ball and seeing they man. They watch one of the two. And so not only jumping to the ball, but seeing both. And then making sure that you can always see both and they in front of you and not one of them behind you or the ball gets behind you, because once one of them get behind you, then you're done. So making sure that you tell them, jump to the ball, but keep, see ball in the whole time. Shooting the pistols all the time. And then that pack line defense that they talk about is all pistol defense. It ain't really no hard to not like that.
The easy way, I got this from Coach Heath, easy way to teach that in your sports, what you call the paint man.
Yeah.
So tell them a little about paint man, Coach
If
Heath.
you go back to where we begin at, stay open-minded.
Right.
Don't be afraid to go out the box, man. This is where I started at, man. 6th grade, man. I know it.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
But that girl you said, the one that's kind of bigger, put her in the box and make her just an all-time helper, and let them other ones play man to man.
Okay.
You can do that. Keep it simple.
What that mean, though? Like,
She's just in the box. She's just an all-time helper.
Yeah, so
we
she
go
pretty
to
much
both
following
areas.
the ball for the most part. The ball on that side, she playing, close to the paint or outside the key, pretty much outside the
Yeah,
paint.
just keep her in the paint. Just keep her in the paint. Tell her she helping every girl get the ball. You ready to help?
and she needs to play some man to man because sometime in her career she's gonna have to do it. You know what I mean? You might not do it the whole game, but you're helping her by making her have to figure out how to guard somebody that's faster than her. Like, I played college basketball, and I'm a short guy that's pretty quick, but every night I was playing against somebody that's quicker than me. So you have to figure out how to get that done. You know what I mean? It may be giving them some space, you know what I mean? It may be just learning how to read, you know what I'm saying, angles and all that. Some of that stuff you can help her with. She just don't figure it out by the experience of guarding somebody that's quicker than her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she can have a girl.
Let me throw something in there for you on that too.
sometimes you can look and see and recognize the other players' personnel. Can this player here beat me from the 3-point line?
Right.
If that player can't,
Yeah.
that's a great person to put her on too.
Right.
And at the same time, you saying you got 5 players. You can still take those 5 and play man-to-man
we
beat.
win games. Don't get me wrong.
Because what you
But,
can
yeah.
do is you can say, okay, look here, we don't have to pressure you, but we
Right.
can still play man. We can contain. So you can still get teach that containing
Yeah,
part
have to
too.
challenge them.
Yeah.
I coached at Monroe. I had 5 girls.
Yeah.
And
I don't mind it at all.
yeah. And they get, it's sort of like expectations, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like those 5 girls, what's different for you to me is I had them in practice every day.
Yeah.
So I got them in shape, you know what I mean? But it's just a mindset and the expectation as well. Like, we got 5 girls, we're gonna play some man-to-man, we might switch defenses up, you know, but just that mindset of, I don't need to come out of the game, you know what I'm saying? I'm not getting tired, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a mindset.
And just like he just said, my first team that I went to stay with at Rogers, we had 5 and a half girls that played every night. And we picked up full court every night. And the guards, they knew they couldn't get tired. They wasn't no getting tired. And, my big girl, she played the 1 through the 5 for me. She got up and down, you know what I'm saying? But I say 5 and a half because one of them had a torn ACL. So we would sub one for like a half a minute, for like a minute. And then sub her right out. That's all she could give us. But they did play man